Nevada,
South Carolina,
California,
North Carolina,
Virginia,
right here in Texas.
As Democratic candidates look to Nevada, South Carolina, and the 15 states and territories that vote on Super Tuesday, Democrats are already anxious about the potential of a drawn-out primary fight that could drag on for months.
I did win the popular vote in Iowa. I did win the popular vote and win the primary in New Hampshire. I think we're going to win in Nevada.
The strong start by Bernie Sanders is triggering alarm among some Democrats who worry he could win a plurality of delegates with strength just on the left without broadening his political support.
I was the only one on that stage that raised my hand and said that I didn't think we should have a socialist leading the Democratic ticket.
What he's offering is a vision that says you've got to either be for the revolution or you're for the status quo, and there's nothing in between.
And Democrats worry if Sanders is not the nominee, many of his supporters may refuse to get in line behind another candidate. This week, Sanders supporters attacked Nevada's hotel workers union after it criticized his position on Medicare for All.
We're living in a strange world on the internet, and sometimes people attack people in somebody else's name. But let me be very clear. Anybody making personal attacks against anybody else in my name is not part of our movement. We don't want them.
With Joe Biden's decline, Democrats are jockeying to prove they are the best equipped to take on Sanders and win the center. Among them, Michael Bloomberg, whose rise in the polls is fueled by more than $300 million in ad spending.
You've all heard the slogan, Mike will get it done, and if you haven't, I've been spending an awful lot of money to get it out of.
With Bloomberg's growing strength comes new scrutiny of his past, including a 2015 speech defending New York City's controversial stop-and-frisk policing policy.
The way you get the guns out of the kids' hands is to throw them against the wall and frisk them.
Sometimes you just make a mistake, and I think the sign of leadership is standing up and saying so.
2008 comments that seemed to blame the economic crisis on banks ending redlining, the denial of housing loans to minority neighborhoods.
that crisis would not have been averted if the banks had been able to be bigger racists. And anyone who thinks that should not be the leader of our party.
And allegations from women of sexist comments and workplace discrimination at his company. On Saturday, Bloomberg tweeted, "I would not be where I am today without the talented women around me. I will always be a champion for women in the workplace." Bloomberg's rise and the muddle among centrist Democrats is a product of one thing: Biden's struggles.
Nobody told me it'd be easy. I don't believe he brought me this far to leave me now. Don't leave us now.
Hello from Washington, I'm Chuck Todd, and thanks for checking out the Meet the Press channel on YouTube. Click on the button down here to subscribe and click over here to watch the latest interviews, highlights, and other digital exclusives.